as you can see, it's actually running on our local host server, which is HTTP 127.0.0.1 on port 5000. So in order to make our local development server into an online server, now we actually need to utilize the power of ngrok that we just downloaded. So what I need you to do is actually navigate to where your ngrok is. So as you can see, mine is in here. So what you do is actually go into your folder and then just click on shift, right click, and then open cmd, open git bash if you actually have git bash like me, or open windows terminal if you actually installed windows terminal also like me. So the easiest way that you can also open it is actually go to the address bar like here, like here, and then just type in cmd and then just click on cmd here. It will actually launch the same cmd that we want you to launch. So just right click, shift right click, and then open cmd. So in order to work with ngrok, since they actually developed a new version, I've actually noticed from their documentation you actually have to create an account in order for everything to work. So what I want you to do is actually fire up your browser and then go to ngrok.com. okay, and then I want you to sign up for ngrok. So I've already signed up. So what I can do is actually let me log out from the session. So you can sign up for free. You can sign up with Google, sign up with GitHub, or you can actually put your username, your email, and your password, and then sign up for a free account for ngrok. So once you've actually signed up for an account on ngrok, you can actually log in. So the best way that I suggest is to actually sign up with Google, so that you actually don't have any problem. Just sign up with a Google account. So I will log in with my Google account. Okay, so once you have logged into the ngrok dashboard, what I want you to do is to actually connect your account. So this is your auth token or your auth key in order to connect your account. So I want you to utilize this. So I want you to copy, just want to copy the auth key. It's actually copying everything. So what can I do? Let's just go your auth token. You can actually click here. Okay, just click on your auth token and then just copy this auth token here. Just right click and copy, and then go to your fired up cmd, and then I want you to type ngrok auth token, and then just right click to paste it in there. If it asks you like a prompt, just click on paste anyway. So just click on enter, and it now says auth token saved to configuration file, and then the location. And then after that, remember, to make our app online, we actually need to forward the port, which is port 5000 here. So what you need to do is actually go like ngrok http, and then the port that we want to forward, which is 5000. So it will actually represent your account. Your account is now online, and then this is actually the session. So now what I want you to do is actually copy this link. So this link will actually work as our webhook. So just copy it and then click on right click so that you can actually copy it, or just copy it here and then Control C to copy it. It's just the same. And then what I want you to do is actually navigate to Twilio. So if you see this default page, for example, probably you're not going to be at Twilio Sandbox. So what I want you to do is actually click on messaging. So you'll see messaging no matter the page that is appearing on your screen. I want you to click on messaging here, and then once you've clicked on messaging, I want you to click on settings. So it will be usually closed, so just click on settings, So messaging first, click on messaging, and then come down or scroll down to settings. And then once you've clicked on settings, I want you to click on WhatsApp sandbox settings. So click on WhatsApp sandbox settings, and you see this page. So this page will actually be able to put our webhook that we want to use for communication between our chatbot, which is actually running. Remember, this chatbot is running by just running Flask run. It's actually running on our local development environment. So Twilio doesn't actually know that something is running on our local development environment. So we actually have to notify it using what we call a webhook. So remember, we've copied the webhook from here once again. So here is the webhook. Just copy it. Just copy the webhook. Make sure you copy the webhook. And then when a message comes in, it now needs a webhook. So just delete everything that you find there, the default there. And then what I want you to do is just right click and paste, or Control V. Just right click and paste, or Control V. So this won't definitely work out of the box. So we actually need to add an endpoint. So you actually need to add a slash and then your endpoint name. So go back. So remember, we've actually added an endpoint here. This is an endpoint that we added. So if in the previous lecture, if you actually see it like this, just add any endpoint that you want. For example, bot, or maybe SMS. So I'll call it SMS. I'll change it. If I used bot in the previous lecture, you can just put anything that you want, bot or SMS, bot. So when you actually change an endpoint, or when you actually add new code to the chatbot whilst it's running a saver, what you have to do is actually click on your terminal, click on Control and C to close it, and rerun the saver Flask run again, so that it can actually process the new code. It can actually process the new code. Your ngrok will still run. You don't even need to restart it. So you actually have to put this endpoint slash bot if it's SMS slash SMS. If it's your name, like for example, if it's Stanley, so the endpoint will be slash Stanley. So that's how it's called. So I'll be like slash chatbot. Let me just put chatbot. If in the previous section it was bot, it still works. You can put whatever you want. So I'll come here and then click on my endpoint or my webhook slash chatbot. And remember what I said, I actually changed this endpoint. So what I need to do is actually Control C to stop the server, and then Flask run again to start the server. Okay, the server is now running again. So it now recognizes that the endpoint is now chatbot, and then what you need to do is actually click on save. Okay, so once you have saved, I want you to scroll down, and I want you to click under messaging. I want you to click on try it out here, and then click on send a WhatsApp message. Send a WhatsApp message in order to connect your sandbox to Twilio. Okay, send a WhatsApp message. Okay, so it will give you this number to send a WhatsApp message. It will give you a number to send a WhatsApp message. As you can see, I've already sent a message to Twilio already. But if you didn't, it will actually give you a number here to send a message and a code to actually use in order to send that message. So I'll give you an example. So this number usually is the number that you're supposed to save. The number that it actually gives you is the number that you're supposed to save. So sorry. So make sure your webhook is actually running, and then here you have to save the number that it gives you. It will tell you like the steps. For example, send a WhatsApp message to this number +1 what. So the number will be, it's actually the same for everyone. So I'll go to my WhatsApp and then click on this. Okay, so this is actually the number that it gives you. So you can actually copy it from my terminal if you don't see it. So it will actually give you this number. Okay, so you just have to save the number in your phone, like however you want to save it, maybe as bot or as Twibot or as chatbot, whatever you need. Doesn't matter, it will still work. And then it will also give you a message to actually send for you to be connected to the chatbot, to your number. So what you need to do is actually copy the message that it tells you, to give you the message in bold to actually send to the number so that you actually get connected. So my one-way message was actually it was called join something something, so it always starts with join something something, join what, and you actually have to copy that number and actually come and paste it here and then send it to your chatbot so that you'll be connected to the sandbox. So after you have connected to the sandbox, it will actually tell you you've actually connected to the sandbox. So let me just, what can I do? So let me log out of my Twilio account. Maybe that would be better so that you can actually see the process, that it becomes easy rather than just saying it. So click on login, and then I'll put my email so that it restarts everything. Okay, I put my password. Okay, I'll wait for it to load. Sorry, my network is a bit slow. And then it will ask me of two-factor authentication. I'll say set up later. Set up later two-factor authentication. Okay, so even if I logged out, my webhook will actually remain. I don't need to change it. So navigate to messaging and then settings, then WhatsApp sandbox. I just want to make sure you guys understand, that's why I'm taking these long steps. As you can see, my webhook is still running, chatbot here, nothing changed. And then I'll go to try it out and then send a WhatsApp message. Okay, so if you noticed when it started, it gives you like a message saying send this this code to the number that you just saved. It will give you the number to save, and then you'll be connected to the sandbox. So it's now time to try out the waters and test our chatbot. So remember, in our code we said if we receive a message called hi from the user, we should respond with hi you messaged. So let's try it out. Let's try it out. Hi. As you can see, it actually responds. Hi, you messaged. As you can see, everything is now working. Even if you look at ngrok, it will say 200, which is status okay. Okay, so from the previous lecture, if you didn't see this code, it actually doesn't matter. It actually just lowercase is everything that we receive. I'll give you an example. So you may have seen, like from the previous lecture, it's just said if message msg, which is here the message that we receive, is equal to hi. So let me run it since I've changed the code. So let me send a hi here. See, it's still working. But what if I send a capital hi? Like, there are people who love to use capital letters. What do you think will happen? Let's find out. Nothing happened. Why? Okay, let's look at the error. Okay, it's actually raised an error. It will say the view function for bot did not return a valid response. The function either returned none or ended without a return statement. So it was actually looking for a small letter hi, but it actually received a big letter hi. So it will actually crash, so no response was actually needed. So to counter this, we actually lowercase any message that is actually sent by the user. So this actually tracks the message that is sent by the user. So we can actually add a function called dot lower with 2 brackets here, and then it will actually lowercase everything that we receive from the user. Or we can actually add it here. You can say dot lower here, it will actually work. So let's press Ctrl+C again, and then Flask run. Okay, so let's do our high. That worked. Let's do capital letter high. That worked. As you can see, there is no difference. So you can actually change the response. For example, let's say welcome to self-service. How can we help you? So you can actually put this these things on a new line if you want. You can just put a \n to indicate you want a new line. So welcome to Stainless Store. How can I help you? So I will start the server. Flask run. So I'll send hi. See, welcome to Stainless Store. How can we help you? You can actually send emojis, send anything that you want, or you can even actually format this thing to be anything that you like. For example, if you want it to be in bold, you know how you bold things in WhatsApp, you just add a star. You just put things between stars so that you can bold it. So I'll just put stars here so that I bold it. So let's test it out. Just press Ctrl+C and then Flask run. Okay, go with her again. As you can see, welcome to Stanley service. How can we help you? So this is actually getting the response from here. So we've actually made our first bot. We're off to a good start. So we'll focus more on the upcoming lectures so that we can actually dive deeper into this bot development, when you're actually adding personality to a bot, when you're actually adding different functions to a bot, handling errors, and also creating our first project. So thank you for watching. I hope this wasn't tedious to you. If you actually don't understand anything from Python, you can just follow along. You will get it, I know, when we continue to develop this bot. For those newbies that are around, I know this is a bit intimidating at first, like at looking, but we'll actually dive deeper into a Python basics course so that you can actually understand these things. But for now, this is actually the logic that you use whether you want to develop any kind of bot using Flask and Python and Twilio. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.